Georgia Tech stole the show. Today we talk about Georgia Tech and the impression they made on ACC Media Days and why this is a team you shouldn't sleep on in 2026. What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the channel, man. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, hype up the video, follow me on all my social medias. That's linked down below. And make sure you join and become a member today, man. We're doing some great stuff on the channel. Much love to all you guys. Appreciate all of your love and support. And like I said, I'm going to try to continue to give you guys great coverage, especially other Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. But today we're going to talk about Brent Key. I almost want to pull up this clip and show some of the funny moments he had, but I'm sure you guys have seen it. It's all over ACC Network and all over everywhere when it comes to Coach Key, man. But one was like, he had some Alberto Mendoza, he laughed. Then like some people talking loud in the background. He was like, don't even tell him to shut up, right? He was talking about the team this year. It was so much going on with Coach Key. And Coach Key is quite the character, man. Dry sense of humor, but a very funny guy, in my humble opinion. Now, I posted on my channel kind of him, and I know you guys are wondering, like, well, that Naj was different from the others. Well, what I gave you guys was that was kind of Key just being naturally himself, right? When I posted, I showed you guys. Now, it wasn't the president. I didn't air on TV, right? Nobody else really posted that. Like, if it was on Jackers Online with Kelly and Alex, and they might have posted like the interview in terms of like writing it up, right? Nobody had that video content because those were basically one-on-ones, right? Which I probably should have labeled like a one-on-one with Coach Key. But I didn't say that because there was also other media in there along with it, right? But I just try to give you guys Key from a different angle. I don't feel like you all guys always get to see that, but he's fun loving, man. He's a cool guy, cool person, down to earth, man. You know what I'm saying? Just give you guys a different way to see him. But my overall impression of Key, and I'll give some of my takeaways from Media Day. But my overall impression of Key was I think he really made a statement when he went in there. I think he really stole the show when it comes to ACC Media Days and everything that he did and represented. And the reason I feel like he stole the show is because he just simply like didn't care, right? Like whatever you had to say about his team, like he was just in there chilling, right? He was, having fun. Trolling really is the word, right? Brent Key was trolling out there. What I'm saying throughout. And I think it was just someone that was having fun, right? Like a lot of people sleeping on them 6.5 games they expected to win, mediocre basically. He's not even rated as a top 25 coach. Alberto Mendoza is not rated as a top 15 quarterback in the conference. I think even Justice Haynes hasn't been rated as a top 10 running back, according to most people, right? I think it's only a couple that has him as top 10. So I think he just went in there confident, had some fun with it, clowned a little bit, and did his thing. And I think he stole the show in terms of like having fun with it, trolling, like, hey, if y'all control my team, I control y'all too, right? And he really is the identity of Georgia Tech in the program and what it wants to be and what it wants to become. And I think he's garnering a lot of respect. I think just one of those fun guys you can kind of, what I'm saying, I don't want to say cling on to, but you can kind of like ingratiate yourself with, that you can understand, that you can relate to, what I'm saying, is what he kind of gives me. And it's important because people don't realize, like, I don't want to say you have to be likable, but sometimes you just have to be a character that people can relate and know, right? And that's big for his team because they've been in the national spotlight, right? We saw a lot, I think a post that 3 of the 9 games in the ACC was the most watched last year in terms of the entire college football landscape. And this Georgia Tech team was the second most watched team in the ACC behind Miami. And the reason is they're an exciting football team to watch. They play an exciting brand of football, right? But above all else, they're going to be smash mouth football, run the football, do the thing, and, use different things in order to help them get over top, right? But I think what makes them exciting and why people gravitate towards Georgia Tech is their coach, right? He's naturally funny. He has a personality, and he's going to make it known. He's unapologetically himself, right? And when you have that as a coach, it disseminates into the players. And one of the key things I want to bring up as a takeaway is one of my tweets I had, when I mentioned it. And it was a few comments like, well, what other dictatorship there is in college football? But I think the key of the post that I wanted to say when it came to Coach Key is that he cares about his players, right? Not everybody does. He wants the best for his players. He wants his players to be successful, right? And I think that's massive because you don't always get that anymore when it comes down to it, right? But I think for Coach Key, what I'm saying, he talked about not having a dictatorship. Like, no matter what happens with Georgia Tech, the identity is going to stay the same, right? And, I think in his post, I'm trying to pull up the tweet now, that's more so what he was alluding to. Let's see if I can find it. Bear with me, y'all. That's it. See, 1 second. Okay, I told about Bad Boys. Okay, here it is. I wanted you guys to see this tweet. But basically, in this tweet, I said, head coach Brent Key continues to illustrate that it will be a player-led team. There's no dictatorship at Georgia Tech. It will always be about the players, right? That was one of his key things that he talked about in the presser, right? So it brings me to my 3 key takeaways from it. In addition to him on what's going to be on thumbnail, stole the show, right? The first one, Brent Key stole the show, right? But number 2 is the identity for Georgia Tech is not changing, right? This is going to be a team that's going to have a competitive drive. They're going to do what they need to do in order to win games. They're going to run the football. They're going to beat you in the trenches, and they're going to allow everything else to placate off of that, right? So I think that's the thing because you look at a team with a lot of change. New offensive coordinator, new running backs coach, right? New defensive coordinator, new linebackers coach, new defensive backs coach. They made a lot of changes, and new players are going to come in. They're going to obviously make a difference, in my humble opinion. So the reason I bring that up and I think it's important is because, um, you know, through everything, through change, you can see an identity change, but they're not changing. They're going to stay the same. They're going to be the team they're going to be. And no matter who comes in and out of that room, it will always maintain the same, right? And I think that part I talked about scheduling too is, I asked him about that. He was like, why would you not want to see the best games? And I think that's important because you want to be able to showcase that. You want to be able to see, okay, hey, this is Georgia Tech is the best of the best, right? And some teams run for that. But what I love for about Coach Key that people don't talk about is he don't run from smoke. Whoever it is, whoever he needs to face, whoever he needs to play, he's going to play, right? However he can challenge his team, he's going to do it. 11 powerful opponents, he don't care about who it is he's going to play. He's going to make sure his team does it and they do it to the best of their ability, right? They're not preparing for just a cool regular season. They're trying to make runs. They're trying to go to the ACC championship game. They're trying to get to a college football playoff. And for me, I think it's important because their identity is not changing. It's very important, right? Number 3, I think the biggest takeaway for me is this team is confident, regardless of what you say. From the running backs who called themselves the bad boys, Justice Haynes and Malachi Hosley, the confidence in them, the confidence in the defense this upcoming year, and as a whole, they feel good, right? When it comes to 2027 class, recruiting, bringing in guys, getting the right recruiting staff in place, getting the right staff being able to do what it's supposed to do, and trusting that says a lot, right? That takes the weight, the bear off your shoulders a little bit, and then you can focus on the important stuff. I think that's the biggest thing I came away with. They're confident, not cocky, and it's a team that believes they can be really good this season, right? From top to bottom. You heard it from the players, you heard it from the coaches, and this is a team that felt like they can make some noise in the ACC this year. And people are going to feel bad because they're sleeping on Georgia Tech once again. But this team is going to be ready to go, make plays, and make a nice run this upcoming year. And it all starts with the first 2 games. The first 2 games are going to tell us a lot. Colorado, Tennessee. I'm not going to be the dead horse on this show today, but how well they perform against them is going to show us how good this team can really be in 2026. And the confidence is disseminating throughout everybody. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun year. It's going to be a fun year to see what Georgia Tech does and if they can take that big time step forward. But they are extremely confident in their abilities and what they're going to be able to do and hopefully get into an ACC title and obviously a college football playoff berth. That is the big thing they're looking for this upcoming season. So those are my 3 big takeaways. Coach Key stole the show. Identity is not changing, and this is a team obviously in the last bullet hole of that's extremely confident. Period. Like I said, Coach Key stole the show. Obviously, at the thing. And again, if you guys want to see it, this is the video that I was talking about right here. I won't play it because again, I don't want to get copyrighted, but check out this video. It is hilarious. It was about head coach Brent Key, how funny he is. Y'all just go watch that video. But again, I didn't do it because I don't want to get copyrighted for my content and my video, man. But I appreciate you guys tapping in and tuning in with me. Hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend. And I'll see you guys very soon for another Georgia Tech video. And please comment down below using hashtag najehwilk what other videos you guys want to see. All right. And always remember, guys, it's peace and love. And I'll see you guys in the next one.